My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon 2. This is the end of an incredibly powerful run that is featuring Willow as our occultist, as an aspirant in the front line, consistently utilizing Chaotic Offering, Burning Stars, and Amnesis, as well as a yellow hand version of the Highwayman, who also now has access to the Jinx. So we're preparing for the body of work, the 5th chapter boss.
Planning and mindfulness, as vital to survival as sharpened steel.
And I do think I'm going to want to use the bumper crop for plus 50% max HP, negative 50% to death blow resist.
Reconfigure. Meet each challenge on its own terms.
In the provisioner. Dang. All right. It's official. There is no copy. Ooh. Profane Scroll, can't use that from the backline, unfortunately. It's official. There's no copy of the... Ooh, crit token if the speed is high? But wait, that's basically a worse version of the Rat Skull for us at the moment. Sorry, I keep distracting myself. What I need to do here is make sure that everyone's fed. Make sure that I remove the negative quirks that are absolutely going to kill us. None of those are really that relevant. None of those are really that relevant. That's not really that relevant. Soft is pretty bad. Negative 5 max HP, extra meltdown chance, and when damaged, get blinded. The only thing is I also don't really intend to, you know, damage the enemy. With the man-at-arms, that is. So I was thinking about the different trinket options for Ballard. I can finally get rid of the Fisherman's Line as well as the Fisherman's Gloves, because I don't have... Is it shift click? Yeah, shift click. Because I don't have the ability to utilize either of them. Greater Wolf's Blood is the extra speed for Ballard. However... What if I just have the ability to give him that speed?
For wealth no longer has meaning.
Regardless. Unfortunately,
If indeed it ever did.
I only have one stimulating poultice to give. And with ABBA... Oh, no longer lost in time and space! ABBA! Woo! Oh, that's so good! Also, you're a hemophiliac, so you are likely to be bled, and if you get bled, you will be bled for very little, but it will give you possible extra action, so all of that is great. Love it. Well, that means that I don't have to contest the speed of another character in that way, which means I can put the Rat Skull back on Ballard, and then just also give them a stimulating poultice in order to get them to 9 speed, which is almost certainly going to be the first unit to act. Neat. I'm pretty happy about it. It's pretty good. I do want Victor to be slow. Your Bloody Flux disease is bad. Do I have a way to remove diseases in this kit? That's a stark no. Would love to, alas. Fate Scroll, there's the Undeserved Commendation. Nautical Compass as well, which is not bad. Does anyone have an open slot that isn't contested? Extra healing received from skills on Willow. I'm still pretty happy about that, admittedly. No, I don't think I want to do any of the other ones. So, Holy Hymnal. If the party has to the entire party, if you have Consecration, plus 25% to your max HP until the next end. And I can stack them! Oh, that's a lot, power! Losing our healer would be a nightmare. I think Victor and ABBA should each take an impermeable poultice. Songbook of Amorous Ballads is only for 2 targets to try and increase their relationship with one another. I mean, the worst relationship is Ballard and Victor by far. It does work, improving their relationship. Stimulating bolters goes over to Blood, the extra speed. Pipeweed would decrease the speed of a character if I really wanted to do so, and I might. That would get Victor back down to Clenching Claws activation, and that is locking them in the front position. Pretty good. They'd even be able to use strategic withdrawal without actually withdrawing. So that's 50% extra max HP. Yep, if they have any consecration on them. Oh god. If I went with the different version, I'm not going to, but if I went with Dark Impulse and Misstep, Victor could literally have like 100, 120, 130 HP. The only thing is, like, sure, but if anyone else dies, I lose. So Victor's utility as not necessarily capable of dealing that much damage, but capable of dealing theoretically some, as well as the little tricky benefits they get from Clenching Claws, debuffing enemies when they are struck, as well as stopping their own movement, and the Price of Pride refreshing their own defensive tokens. I think it's going to be far and away significantly better. Okay, no one has a free token slot. There. In terms of mastery,
can be taught that you may stand just a little taller at the end.
you know what? Victor, drop Courageous Ambition. I don't give a heck about your Courageous Ambition. Get Command. On a cooldown of 1. Oh, wait. That's not what I thought it was. For some reason, I thought Command was, for a cooldown of 1, upgrading to 0, give the target a strength token, remove their blindness, and give them an extra turn right now. Which is not what it does, as it turns out. It's not that. Retribution, after an upgrade, would actually have a normal block token for the sake of Courageous Ambition, but I'm not going to do that. Yeah, ramp up for the movement. I mean, admittedly, Command is still probably better than the Courageous Abandon here. I just probably don't need to upgrade it. The only thing is, like, what do I need to upgrade that much? Chaotic Offering, sure, I'll decrease the cost here. But I still didn't need it that much. Malediction. So I'm not going to be getting that many killing blows, so Sacrificial Stab doesn't make that much sense anymore, so Malediction makes a bunch more, I think. Oh, it also decreases the target's resistances to those DOTs, so that's actually a lot of the value that it provides. Mantra. If a target has Consecration, heal them by a ridiculous amount of their ridiculous amount of HP, and then remove all Consecration tokens. Admittedly, is that going to be better than Sanctuary? Blood. Highway Robbery gets an upgrade. Malediction and... So Malediction, Wicked Slice, and then I can either upgrade Sanctuary or Mantra. I'm gonna upgrade Mantra. Wicked Slice and Malediction. Now, do I want to drop Open Vein for something else? My range skills do almost no damage, so it doesn't really make sense to use one of them instead. Double cross is melee, but from a position I'm not commonly in. Tracking shot might not be a bad way to set up a kill on one of the... some of the enemy targets. That is the cherubs at the very end. Certainly not the largest impact though. Okay, cool. Back to our in items. Our worst relationship is with Ballard and Victor, and it is still 47 for a positive. So I think what I'm looking for here is just some whiskey. Is more whiskey to fix the problems the first whiskey made. That's what whiskey does! And then one whiskey flask to get you from neutral to friendly, which should be 75% chance for a positive. 85 with a avatar for the moment. So I can increase that to probably 100% with one more whiskey flask.
To ease the rigors of the road.
This is Abba and Victor, right? Just guaranteeing Abba Victor. 5 crits, possibly, each round until the next inn. I want to put that on Willow. And then feeding everyone as well. So steak and spuds. Oh, that lowers the speed of the target as well. That actually really helps us out.
A bit of comfort on the road to damnation.
Allowing me there to get Victor back down to the 2 for the sake of the Clenching Claws activation. Anything else? What else would benefit us? I mean, Stitching Kit. But I don't really need it. Soft. Head injury, hemophobic. Light sensitive, occultomaniac, hemophiliac, selfish. Actually, Willow, are your relationships suffering? Nope, your selfishness is not affecting your relationships.
The plating is patched. The coach stands ready once more.
Obviously, we plate the stuff there. Extra bleed resist also wouldn't go entirely astray. I just don't think I need to change anything about my my frontliner Invicta. Like, I don't have any damage things chosen, so... Like, I guess Bellow could miss, theoretically, but that's not important, really, I don't think. Yeah, I'm gonna make it less likely for the rest of our party to bleed. And to burn. Willow, you already have some burn resists. Let's increase that, because you will be in the front line, so you will be a priority target for the enemies. I think that's everything I want to do. I'm taking a little bit of extra time because we're doing really well in this run, but I feel like any individual mistake has the ability to tank the entire run suddenly. Like, this bloody flux and not being able to remove it is pretty tough. Pretty tough stuff. It makes me wish I had more healing in our items here.
The inevitable end of your journey awaits you. once again.
That said, I suspect I'm now done. Let's head into the mountain. Trying to make absolutely certain I hadn't made an awful mistake there. Yeah, full 6 relationships.
While the heart still beats, desire will never die.
Amorous. Hopeful. Hopeful.
Aspiration unites the hopeful.
Another amorous. Another hopeful. Okay, are we equal? Nope. 4th member voted out of the culty tribe. Hopeful. So, the mantra. Divine Grace and Defender with some de-stress to another target. Neat. Burning Stars, Healing Abattoth. Neat. Bolster with de-stress on another target. Duelist Advance with a de-stress as well. Sacrificial Stab, although I have tagged that off, theoretically, for the future. Excellent. I love a good party that absolutely love one another. Just holistically, everyone in the party is great friends. They have respect and love for one another.
Cigarette. Temple of failure and regret.
I'm pretty sure I don't have a second exemplar to deal with, but if I do, I shouldn't really have a problem. Yes. Yes. Yes!
Here, at the nexus of ruin, loathing poured forth from the darkest recesses of your mind.
Yes, it did.
Your failures took form, and the world bowed in honor of your great wretchedness. The stain of your bankruptcy frayed the very fabric of our dimension. But you were afraid to face what you had wrought and fled down the long road of your memories, hiding yourself away.
Before I go into the final fight, I'm gonna need to give Victor... Oh boy, I really wish I'd thought of this earlier. I'm gonna need to give both Victor and Aber an attack skill, otherwise they're just gonna die to their memories. Oof. Yikes. Should have thought about that earlier. Time for an advancement. Throw cowardice and bone weaving there. Chaotic Offering unfortunately weakens us. Sundering Steel, much of which is avoided by our frontliner, and we even defend ourselves better as a result. Kinda want to bellow at the enemies here. And I suspect Stand Fast or defending the unit behind me is going to have a significantly better return. Stand Fast. And sure, I'll use a Consecration of Light to try and eliminate the negativity of the weakness. Burning Stars for the altar in the back line. Oh, and it does crit for 27 as well. That's just short of taking him out, unfortunately. That said, I can use now Highway Robbery in order to steal all of the tokens from the Cherub. I have so many tokens.
Incremental.
Oh, everyone's locked in their positions now.
Same.
Alright, let's defend the second line, get some more stress off the party. Consecration of Fortitude for the front. And, yep, exactly. I'm looking for a Duelist's Advance. I've got so many stacks of Riposte. Oh, right, I just gave that to a character who has regen and immediately regenerated all of the health it had done. Ugh. I really just want to kill one of these. One of these days! Doing so much healing and buffing. There's some Divine Comfort. And... yeah, I'm gonna give you all a bellow. Oh my god, we actually stunned both of the backliners with the Price of Pride there. Unfortunately, they also gained new dodge tokens. There goes one of their dodge tokens. Unfortunately, regen puts them back in a much comfier position than they were previous. There's Amnesis, and it was enough to be able to kill the Altar in the back line. Finally! Habitoth doesn't actually have anything they can do except for pass the turn, unless I want to remove two very powerful consecrations right now. And I cannot move forward. I really like that Immobilize to be gone. I'm gonna refresh that Defender because I think that's probably gone soon. There we go, no more Cherub.
A simple variable, easily resolved.
Alright. Chaotic Offering, and I'll start getting the ability to strike this enemy? Oh, everyone's immobilized forever, basically. Abba just constantly has to stall turns here. Good lord, yeah, I need to free up an extra ability on Abba and Victor each. Keep him slow.
Stupendous.
Oh, I like that. Malediction. Okay, when damaged, you take one of the DOTs for the next couple of turns. Woo! Abba can actually finally move back to the back line. There's the Sundering Steel, heavily blocked.
An interminable conflict.
I should probably just steal their crit token. Doesn't seem right to just let them possibly crit the entire team at the same time.
Malaise.
There's to blight him.
Measured and steady.
Guess I will put the Consecration of Light in the very front space. And stand fast for even more defensiveness. Sundering Steel, dodged with the Dodge Plus token.
Well done.
9 damage and an added burn. Really want to move forward. Alas. Damage token. There's some divine comfort. An 11 is enough to put you down on death's door with the help of the DOTs. There's the weight of the worlds. It only crits one of us.
That gazes back so intently from the abyss.
Grand. Yeah, Victor, you need to tag in a damage. And, like, Courageous Ambition's probably... Not thrilled about it, but it probably is the easiest. Rampart does heal Willow and move you forward. Which admittedly is nice. It just doesn't do much damage. But Courageous Ambition Abandoned does also leave you vulnerable to a bunch of damage. But also I can guard that. If I tag guard in. And Abba... I think I'm gonna have to tag off Mantra for Judgment. Just in order to actually have access to damage for each of you. Binding Shadows versus Sacrificial Stab. Like, Willow just desperately doesn't want to be in position 1 is the thing. So I can only sack stab after Victor has been immobilized. Which should have happened in that battle, at least at one point. And then didn't. Rudely. Ooh, Willow. You know how to blind these enemies. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. I think I need to take down the Cardinal first, actually. Morning Void, we riposte. Annoying reorganization of my party.
Agony by accumulation.
If it helps at all. I think putting a Consecration of Fortitude in the second line is actually fine. And then I can even use Rampart to move out of this position. Let's try and move, there we go, that target back to a position where it's going to have difficulty doing anything super effective. Sightless Miasma, yikes. That blinds our occultist. Thankfully, I do weak token on them as well. Maybe I use stimulants to avoid that. No, I shouldn't need that for this battle. These are tools for the future battles. However, thankfully Willow does have the ability to remove their own blindness with milk-soaked linen. Maybe they'll do that at the start of the next turn. Because I would like Willow to be in the front space to use Amnesis. here. I'm considering a Bellow, but I think I'll just go Defender instead. And I want to put a Consecration of Light on my own position, basically. And that's for the sake of the Highwayman, who should end up here after using a Advance next turn.
Cunning. You may outwit them yet.
Why worship? No worship, please. So I'm gonna crit, but I am weakened, unfortunately. Anyhow, here's Amnesis.
A brilliant conclusion.
20 bleed to all of the characters on the field. 2 crit tokens. I kind of just want to rely on the fact that I'll act faster than them in the next round and steal them.
Awash in turmoil.
Oh, I might not be able to. What with the blind? No, Steel avoids that. I think I'd be fine still. Stand fast for some defense.
Incremental,
My God.
but deadly all the same.
All right, highway robbery. No! Again, miss! It did give us the 2 riposte tokens, but unfortunately that Evangelist is looking to attack. They do have a bleed on them. Do I want to prevent their crit entirely? Oh, no, wait, I can't even guarantee that. Because the enemies have dodge plus tokens. Oof. Hey, at least I got one of them. And I removed the dodge tokens from the other ones. Oof.
Steady yourself.
Good lord, the DOTs.
Empowered. Emboldened. The pulse slows. Sanity returns.
Bolster for some stress removal as well as a bunch of negative tokens. Hit the Cardinal for 12 on Judgment, as well as 9 burning over the course of the next couple of turns. Oh, Highway Robbery is on cooldown, so I can't even use it here. Good gosh. I feel like I just fumble after fumble after fumble after fumble. Alas, thankfully, I can get the front unit down to death's door before their turn. They die to their DOT. And definitely going to bellow to try and remove the other crit token. And not only do I do that, I also get the Price of Pride stun. Biting Shadows would give us, yeah, possibly 2 tokens. And it does! Woo! Yay. $16. Welcome to Death's Door. There's a bunch of stress off of my team. And that'll do it.
All problems have their solutions. Even the big ones.
I have an attack tagged on for each of my characters. I think I'm done. All right. Let me see that body of work.
I remember our first meeting on the steps of the university. You were golden, lit from within by the glow of potential. Finally, my friend, I would see that potential realized. It is time to reclaim the world from your weakness. Meet your derelictions with blazing defiance. The equation must be balanced.
I'm ready. I just want to see it. It's so cool. This bit right here. Oh. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, I don't know how many of you played Dark Souls 2 or necessarily, I mean, I did a series on Dark Souls 2, so even if you haven't played it, it's possible you may have seen the series. It's giving King Vendrick just wandering around aimlessly, but if you annoy it enough, it will destroy you. Unless, of course, you've collected enough giant souls. Anyhow. Both of them have the gastric juices on? Fair enough. Makes sense. Let's advance for a crit token. Ooh, that is that position. Got it. There's some chaotic offering.
A master stroke.
Combo's already set up on the enemy target. Realistically, I would love to remove weak so that I have access to just dropping a burning stars on the enemy next turn. So I could remove that just by using a bolster. Also gives me my block plus token. Yeah. The more I was thinking about that, the more I liked it as a turn. Trammel. It's fine, I don't intend to move. On Sec of Light hits line number 2. I mean, a crit token would be great. Not sure you have to give me one, but it would be nice if you did. My next move will crit, so Open Vein crits, and if it crits, it's 10 extra damage. And a de-stress to ABBA versus Wicked Slice, which is... Well, there's still a 20% chance for the body of work to resist, even if I crit with Open Vein. So I think is enough to drive me into the arms of a different choice.
Lethality writ large.
I do think I should probably defend ABBA. So some de-stress and a positive relationship. I got damage as a token there, that's fine. Drop a burning stars on him.
A breakthrough.
41 on the crit. Love a strength token crit. Consecration of Fortitude for the front line. Seems so damn appropriate. Catabolize has come out and is responded to with a big crit. Yellow Hand can't stop critting on every response. I love it. I want units to start their turn in the consecration. But if I duelist advance, oh, the only problem is if I duelist advance and then I am not Or I am locked in that position. Wait, is there any problem here? I can't cast Amnesis from the other position. This is actually fine, I think. Okay, so I Duelist Advance, and that does lock me in that position, that's fine. The enemy has combo on them. I'm gonna use Binding Shadows to get at least one, if not two unchecked power tokens here. And I can't move forward because both of the units in front of me have Immobilize. Trammel gets misplaced, as well as misses.
Emboldened.
2 for the price of none. I do want to keep Defender up. I feel like now is a very appropriate time for a stand fast. It's definitely time for the Divine Comfort. So good. 15 HP. A 2 crit token. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for a thunk.
Stupendous.
Give him a classic thunkin'. I mean, this is a clear situation for Burning Stars. It goes 27 on the crit. Trammel. Get dodged and riposted. ABBA, this is how you intend to utilize your judgment over the course of this run. 7 on the judgment. Does manage to hit its burn for a total of 9 more damage, though. Acid Reflux on the front line, gets dodged. Yep. Time to throw out on the Defender. Oh boy. So I can't actually move forward. So Duelist Advance doesn't put me out of position as much as it otherwise could be considered it is doing in that instance. But also, Willow gets the turn next. Yeah, I'd rather set up, I think. Hopefully this doesn't lock my position, and it doesn't. That's actually really good. Because now it gives Willow the ability to advance and take out the enemy and gain an unchecked power before the next battle starts.
Its infernal gaze pierces the veil of reality.
Actually, it was 2 unchecked power we got. Neat. Thinking yelling at the enemy might be our best next play. Missed. Another big judgment. Glare, and I'm not allowed to respond to that, but it does cause contempt. Okay. Okay. Thinking I just go for as much damage as can be dealt. Covered its glance. And you stole all of my tokens after. And I bellowed last turn, so I can't even remove your riposts. And that's 3. I can't trigger that riposte. That's a great way to lose my life. Hammer. I'm gonna defend the character that is contempted. Malediction still damage on the enemy. And we get dodged and riposted. Worst case. Give me those back. Those are mine. Chaotic offering. I'm fine standing fast here. Yeah, really not the position I wanted that unit in. There's the Haymaker, gets redirected, 60 damage becomes 15. There's the next glare, causing the contempt on a different unit instead.
Lethality writ large.
Rampart healing Willow here is actually incredible. Heals by 8. Nice. Cupper's Glance unfortunately does manage to hit. And it's given a dodge token to the enemy again. I'm gonna remove the blindness from our frontliner because I would really like to be able to bellow these off of the target. 50% chance of hitting him. Dodged. And riposted. Another good old worst case scenario. Mine. Trammel comes out for 10 damage and double immobilize on that position, actually relatively good. Let's get Divine Comfort out there. Hoorah! I can finally damage the enemy. I'm thinking Malediction, and then just strike, 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 strike. As much as I want to help line 2, I need to prevent taking the ripostes. So line 3 is where I need to throw my defender. It's important to have the defender as well, because Haymaker exists and does damage. There's Glare, and it's not Covetous. Oh, I could try and Duelist Advance and I wouldn't even be able to. Not that it would really offer me that many benefits to try. It's fine, you can have block tokens. I'm trying to get DOT anyway.
In crisis, we can rely only upon each other.
Another burn, another bleed, there's a trammel. Hoo-hoo, thank you for mobilizing. I would like to get rid of as many of these tokens as is humanly possible.
Lethality writ large.
Another Malediction will certainly help.
Malaise.
Oh, it resisted the debuff.
Steady.
Okay, so unfortunately, that confirms something that I really hoped wasn't the case. And that is that that debuff can just be resisted. I'm going to defend the your next target. Consecration of Fortitude comes back out. Mm-hmm. $32 damage with the crit. Yep. Another 16. I really wish I was still racking up more DOTs on the enemies here. It would be nice. That would be nice. While we're talking, let me offer you some free advice. Talk less. Sorry? Smile more. Don't let them know what you're against or what you're for.
A calculated generosity.
Oh, that actually lands a crit there. Unfortunately, the burn gets resisted. Love a crit token that appears immediately before I use it. Makes it difficult for the enemy to steal any of my good tokens, because I don't have any. Oh wow, we actually stunned the body of work there. No, other people are gonna have to do setup turns, fine. I'll use Binding Shadows. Well, I thought other people were gonna have to do setup turns, but unfortunately, Abba does not have access to the Consecration for another turn, so there's a judgment, and without the burn, that's actually not enough to take the enemy out. So I'm gonna go for Rampart! Alright, buddy.
Behold the hateful god upon his throne. Your failures made flesh.
I'd like to take out the Proclaimer, but I'd also like to have Riposte. But I don't want to lock myself in that position. What's wrong with locking myself in that position? Amnesis is probably the most useful move I can have at the moment. Futility. I'm going to remove the blindness of our Man-at-Arms, use our Chaotic Offering. Excellent. Consecration of Light now goes on the second line. And I'm looking for a Bellow this turn. So that should get rid of...
Any being.
Oh wow, I actually managed to stun the boss. Wild. That will manage to slow down the enemies, giving me a lot more control over when I kill what I kill. Gonna give stimulants to our occultist. Especially just in case they get a crit token from the Consecration of Light. They did not. That is A-okay though. I follow up with Amnesis. That bleed is enough to take out the frontline Proclaimer, the backline Proclaimer, not so much though. Let's add Judgment right now for 9 and no burn, unfortunately. Seemed good and certainly still is. I'll defend you in response. I didn't think I was guarding that. Oh no, that was just targeting 2 units. Oh, there's my extra unchecked power. Gotta take aim when there's nothing else to do. Oh, that worship. Oh no. I don't know what they get to do with worship tokens. Samsara. You can just resummon them. If I don't kill the Reclaimers fast enough, I guess. You can just resummon them. Oops. We give stimulants to myself here on Ballard in order to have a strength token and a crit token, which I can't use Amnesis right now? Oh, because that's considered melee. Oh, that's rude. So frustrating. A bunch of extra damage I wasted there, basically. Futility gets dodged, thankfully. And combo set up on the enemy for their boldness in attempting to do so. Alright. Second down. Woohoo! Face your failure. Let's get the HW-man to do it first, I think. You have mauled them long enough. Now it's time to kill them. Give him a big, wicked strike. Binding Shadows. With combo on the target? Yeah. It's a great way for me to pick up my next unchecked power without having to use the Divine Offering just yet. Consecration of Fortitude's certainly a frontline kind of thing, so throw it back there.
Empowered, emboldened.
I just want to yell at him, see if I can slow him down. Ooh, I stunned again the boss! Its stun resist is 60! I only have a 10% chance each time I bellow to even stun him! 15, that's exact damage to take out the Spectre now. Woohoo! I wish this crit token then propagated to the Exaltation.
Really an echo.
Alas, it does not. Willow. Debuff resistance on the body of work isn't that high? Yeah, I'm just gonna drop the Burning Stars. Sets up a combo token as well. Nothing wrong with a combo token. 7 to 12 damage, we do 12. Certainly seems like stand fast for some extra defensive tokens makes a bunch of sense here. Why?
may outwit them yet.
Don't you forget about me. Okay. I can go and claim myself another combo token. Possibly even 2. Ah. Would have been lovely were that to have worked. Alas.
Hold fast, for who knows what lurks in the beyond.
I love stunning people who just have the audacity to hit me.
Big mistake, bucko. How dare you?
Slow.
Weaken them, that another may finish the work.
There's a crit token, which I am going to be very ready to launch at the enemy. I'll probably use that on the Burning Stars on the back line, just immediately take that claimer out. Well, I still have access to Burning Stars from this position, so could be worse. Ooh. Get dodged. Wait a second, though. Amnesis is melee, at least. This carefully relating to the fact that our occultists cannot use ranged skills this turn. I mean, I could use Binding Shadows. But I also have extra buffs at the start of the next turn anyway. $21 on the Proclaimer, and then I'll take him out. It's a crit. Unfortunately, Abba just has to go for a judgment straight on the enemy.
In crisis, we can rely only upon each other.
Only seems appropriate to Bella, because none of the other ones seem like they'll do anything.
Face your failure.
Yeah, it's the occultist. Come to drag me to the void, have you? Yes, the Shambler is in the back position up there. However, I have Burning Stars. And we immediately crit it to death.
Is at hand. Unmake this illusion.
Another 220 damage with the exaltation there.
A brilliant conclusion.
Bolster would be a reasonable way to remove all of my vulnerability, and then, I believe, after that, give myself a block plus token. That said, stand fast is fine too. 7 to 12, Judgment does 7. Samsara is the summoning of new Proclaimers. Thankfully, I know on my turn I will have access to Oh my god, a critical as well. Wild. Amnesis for big damage as well as big bleeds on all these targets. Blinded. I only needed to do 1 damage to guarantee that unit would never get to act again. Consecration and Fortitude for our front line.
Grace. Small acts that drive back the darkness.
Loved an opportunity to be able to take out the Proclaimer in the back line. Oh no, wait, I can do that, actually. I'm gonna duelist advance for the kill. That does actually end up locking us in position in a way that I didn't really want. That's fine. Oh, I thought the other Proclaimer came forward when that happened, because I saw that happen before. Well, without that happening, I'm gonna need to slightly change my plan. Bellow at the enemy just to remove my blindness. Yaha. So I'm just going to be ramparting the unit constantly, basically. Shadows of the past cannot stand the light. Keep just wicked slicing at the body of work for a period of time seems appropriate. There's regression, immediate crit, rude. I think I should just drop Burning Stars when it's available. 12 to 18, we hit the 18, love it. Seems like the best thing to do would be to defend Abba. Aggression gets pulled away. And then Consecration of Light. I wonder if I should put Consecration of Light on my own position for the moment, so that I can get tokens to help me actually kill the Spectre. Because it'd be really nice if next turn I had the 100% extra damage. Just seems like that'd be fun, you know? Big Wicked Slice. And a Binding Shadows to combo for another unchecked power token. There's a regression that gets taken. Eight to 14. Oh, we crit for the 21 instead. Great.
Steady yourself.
Yes, I was expecting this.
Collaboration confers advantage.
I'm gonna use Bolster for the stress removal as well as removing the vulnerability from our backliner. Unfortunately, ranged attacks are blocked this round for Abba, so I'm gonna have to use something else. Definitely seems like a time for another Burning Stars on the body of work. Well, is it actually? Maybe it's Malediction time. Oh, but the problem is if Malediction's debuff gets resisted, I do almost nothing that turn.
Master stroke.
Burning Stars seems significantly better. I mean, hey, a free turn to use Divine Comfort is not a bad thing at all. There's Defender to continue flummoxing this enemy. Yes. They've got a bunch of extra damage and a bunch of extra crit as well.
A brilliant conclusion. Hold fast, for who knows what lurks in the beyond.
Didn't want to move out of that position. Wait. Quick offering. And time to kill the Spectre.
Spiritual torment has no place in the compassionate mind. It must be purged.
Definitely time to use a bolster. Alright. Hey, actually, this positioning is fine because it gives Ballard the ability to use Duelist Advance to go forward after getting a token, and then that token next goes on to the Vestal Avatar in the back line. Love it. Crit token for Willow. Incredible. I have Ramnesis.
Malaise,
Big
measured
damage.
and steady.
Player in the back line gets crit to death. Thank you, Consecration of Light in a non-traditional position. Gonna stand fast. Just guarantee that I'm reasonably well defended. Utility and the response. Oof. Yeah, I'm gonna manually move myself exactly back to where I came from. I'm going to use Amnesis again rather than trying to focus exclusively on the body of work here. Gotta start getting used to using Rampart because I gotta use it for infinite turns to get the kill that is ahead of me. I'm gonna use Consecration of Light on the front line to start trying to get damage and crit tokens on... Ooh, can I choose the body of work? No. I have to imagine I can't move that target back. If I can move that target back, I'm terrified. I'm terrified and screwed. Oh no, they do have movement. If that Spectre goes into the back line, I can't hit them anymore. That said, only doing 179 more damage to the body of work, that's not... Not only is that not impossible, it's actually possible. Divine Comfort. Let's get some regen out. Six to 12. 6. Oh no! Do they move? They do move forward. Thank heck. Hey boy, that would not have been a comfy rest of the fight. Thank you for not being able to push them out of position. I really want them to stay where they are. 6 to 12, by the way. I've rolled 6 both times. At this rate, I will actually melt down. Consecration of Fortitude. Set up the second line. Oh, this is fine. If I duelist's advance... Oh, I can't use Binding Shadows from here. Oof. Never mind, I guess I'm gonna follow up the body of work. It's 18, does the 18! I can't do melee damage this round. So I'm gonna bolster for another block plus token, as well as some stress removal. Abba has to pass his turn there.
Excellent work.
I'm gonna just put myself back in that position for the sake of the future. 12! Hey, I can actually roll high. Alright, Abba. 12 and the burn. Ooh, maximum damage save critting, obviously.
Agony by accumulation. Measure out your violence and apply it judiciously.
Like, yeah, if I desperately needed, I could just finish the body of work off without any additional assistance here. But... be cooler if I didn't have to. There's the regression. Now it's time to... 5! Wow! Oh, I really want to leave him alive, I guess. We did it! Woo! Actually, I don't think I've ever had all 4 of my characters complete their pasts in this fight.
But the world will spring anew from the memory you kept of it.
As is tradition, I am going to let this play out because it's so damn good.
Your confession is complete. The cosmic axes are aligned once more. Forgive yourself. Humanity is a weak hypothesis, after all. An unbalanced equation, an imperfect angle.
I didn't even realize the Hellion was standing over a Shambler
ruins
corpse.
and seek to deny its reckoning. We make mountains of our mistakes.
And that's
Monsters
Reynaud's
of our
helmet.
misdeeds.
Super dead.
We slip and stumble, we fail and we falter. And yet, in each of us, a hopeful light. Holding fast against the hellish shadows that gather between our good intentions. And in each of us, a limitless emptiness. Of a darkest dungeon.
God, that's such a good ending.
The flame grows stronger.
Alright, how many torches we get? I did basically I played as brave as I possibly could. Yeah, 116, I'll certainly take that for the moment. I'll invest those in the altar in the future. But for the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Darkest Dungeon 2. Top left is a series playlist for all my content of the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations are down below, and streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/Rhapsody lays out above the thank tier. And a special thanks this episode to Sorathil. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully see you all next time.